Hi there, welcome to Virtual Fitness by the YMCA of San Diego County. My name is Allie Stewart and this class is Move and Stretch. I'm so glad you're here. If you're joining me this week, Merry Christmas. This class will be played again next Wednesday. So if you're joining me next week, Happy New Year. And I'll see you back the following Wednesday. This class is all about movements, moving the body, warming the muscles, warming that core temperature, and then going into some stretches at the end to stretch those muscles. Everybody's welcome. This fitness, any fitness level can enjoy this class because I offer several layers of modifications and work for you to do. All you need today for this class is weights, or no weights if you prefer, water bottles, soup cans, whatever you have, and a chair if you need a chair for balance, for holding on to, or if you want to do this workout seated, I'll offer those options as well. So let's get started with move and stretch. Warm up. We're going to start moving right now. Just starting with a little step touch right here. All right. Step touch. Get the body moving. And if you're seated in your chair, we have that option as well. You're just seated at your rear end is at the edge of the seat, and you have your chest lifted, your shoulders rolled back. Good. Big shoulder rolls here. Up, back, and down. And remember today to move at your own pace. All right. Listen to your body, you do you. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Let's just reach and touch. Reach and step it out a little bit. A little bit of a twist there, side to side. Reach and tap it out. Same thing if you're seated. Just reaching those arms. Give me that little twist of the torso. Good. Stay with it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go into some jacks here. So we have our modified jacks. If you want to take it up a little more, you could be here. And if you're seated, just sitting up tall with that modified jack. Good. Just want to get that body nice and warm. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Roll those shoulders back. We're going to do some marching now. So opposite arm and opposite leg. We're just going to reach, bring that knee to about the hip level, and just alternate it. If you wanted to make this a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more brisk, then be my guest. And if you're seated, just having that tall posture, seated on your chair with your reach and stretch and your march. I'm going to get mine going a little bit more. Get warm. Nice job. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's do a little core warm up, a little standing or seated crunch. Take your fingertips behind your ears, pull your elbows back. We're twisting from the center of the chest. That knee is going to come to that opposite elbow. We're going to keep those elbows back nice and wide. If you're seated, same thing, just sitting up into that seated crunch. Warming up those core muscles. Getting ready for some movement today. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down. We're just going to do a little dynamic stretch here. So I just want you to take that heel forward and scoop it up. Open the shoulders, open the chest. You've got that toe flexed. You're going into that hamstring stretch as you tip at the hips. Same thing if you're seated. Just extend that leg, flex that toe, lift, and open. Let's do one more on this side, and then we'll switch over. Just take that other heel out, flex that toe, tip at the hips, down, and lift. Opening the chest, opening the shoulders, and stretching down the back of the leg all the way into that calf. You got one more here. Last time. And good. Just release that back. Shake out the arms, shake out the legs. All right, you guys, let's pick up our weights. I want you to grab some light weights here, whatever works for you. If you have water bottles, or if you just want to do body weight, that's totally fine too. Overhead press with an alternating leg lift. So we're going to be here. You're going to press it up right over your shoulders. You're going to lift that knee right to the hips. If you're seated, let me just show you. We're going to be right here, okay? Pressing right up, alternating knee lift, all right? Remember, go at your own pace. Push and return. Breathing through it. Start to get that heart rate up a little bit today. You're doing great. Stay with me. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! I felt that one in my shoulders. Good work, everybody. All right, staggered chest press. This is kind of like a punch. We're just going to do one arm at a time. So remember which one you did this time, because we'll switch it out for the second set. Staggering our feet here, so you can soften the knees a little bit, roll the shoulders back. We're going to come into having those arms right here, and I just want you to take one, push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. Good. Soften those knees, push, pull, push. Good. Right there. If you're here, push, pull, push, pull, push. Good. Brace that core. Has that arm heating up a little bit? Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome work. Woo! Okay, we're going to do suitcase squat. So that's just having the weight in one hand. So what I'm going to do is grab my heavier weight, and I'm just going to have a weight in one hand, okay, like you're carrying a suitcase. Some of these little functional movements here. So take your heels just a little bit wide of hips, and we're just going to sit back and down, okay? You can pick that range of motion that feels right for you. You want to come low, low, or you want to make it a little more shallow. All right? Now, if you're seated, you're going to do a little get up. So you're just going to be here, up and down. You can make it a little one, okay? Or you can make it a little bit bigger range, okay? I'm going to stick with my little suitcase squat over here. Sitting back into those heels, squeezing the glutes to the top. Keep that chest lifted. Sit back and down. Go good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. All right, let's take those heels in just a little bit so they're under the hips. We're going to go into a suitcase row. So just weight in one hand, just like you were doing for that. We're just going to sit down a little bit and row and release and row. Good. Same thing if you're seated. Tipping forward and just row. Okay, pull that elbow straight back. Good work. Stay with it. Turn those core muscles on. Squeeze that shoulder. Keep that back long and straight. Stay with it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Nice work, everyone. Let's grab the other heavy weight. Whatever your heavy weight is today, whatever you want to use for a bicep curl, okay? So grab it up, palms face me, heels under hips, roll your shoulders up, back and down. We are going to do a bicep curl with a calf raise. So I want you to come up and all the way down. So that curl up to the shoulders and then extending at the bottom. As you do that, lift to the toes and lower. And if you're seated, same thing, okay? Rear ends at the end, up and all the way down, up and all the way down, right? Same thing, but just seated in your chair. Up and down. And if you wanted to go with some heavier weights for this one, you could. I've got my little 5-pounders here today. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 and done. Good work. From the front of the arms, I want to move to the back of the arms for our triceps. We're going to do a tricep kickback. We're going to add a little back tap to this. So I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see me here. Elbows are to the side, tip forward slightly, heels are under hips. We're going to start with that tricep kickback. So the elbows stay tacked to the side and you're squeezing on the back of the arms, right? I'm just going to add a little tap back here. Little tap back, okay? Step, return. Now, if you're seated, you won't be doing the tap back, but you're definitely doing those triceps because you're sitting here. Tall, tip, tricep, all right? Give those triceps an extra squeeze to the top, you guys. Squeeze. Good. Keep that back long and straight. If you can find a focal point ahead of you, few feet ahead, take your gaze there. Okay, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! I love that. I love working the triceps. All right, we have got some lunges to do. This is a lunge with reach. We're kind of going to go in different patterns of movement here. So check it out. We're going to step and just reach and lunge, okay? Step and just reach and lunge. Now, if you're seated, you're going to be doing a leg press here. I'm going to have you here doing your leg press. It's nice and tall, okay? Squeeze those hamstrings, squeeze those quads. Otherwise, lunge and reach. A little bit of a functional movement, like you're reaching for something. You want to pick something up off the ground, reaching and coming back. Reaching and coming back. Drop that back knee a little bit. Reach toward that knee. Good. And just alternate it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and finish it up. Nice work, everyone. All right, upright twist. I'm just going to use one of my weights for this. If you're seated, just sitting up tall with your weight in front of your chest, tuck your chin. We're going to go twist and center. Twist and center. You're going to feel this along your sides and those obliques. Twist and center. I love this one because it feels like I'm stretching my back. And I love stretching my back. Twist and center. Can you tuck your chin a little bit? And then bring it right back. You got this. Twist and center. Same thing if you're seated. All right, you're here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Right here. Nice job. All right, grab those heavy weights. We're going to do a high row with a side step. So high row, we're just going to bring it here, and I want you to step it to the side. So pull those elbows back, open that chest, all right, and just step it to the side. If you're seated, same thing. Just tap it out to the side and pull those elbows back into a high row. I can already feel this one in the back. If you don't have weights, you could even just do this with your body weight. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 and done. Very good. All right, we're going to do a little body weight cardio just to get that heart rate up a little bit before we repeat that set. So we have 2 jacks and 2 punches. We're just going to repeat that. You can do this seated, standing modified, or you can make it a little more dynamic. So it's jumping jack, punch, punch, or jumping jack, punch, punch, jumping jack, punch, punch, or you're here, jumping jack, punch, punch, jumping jack, punch, punch, jumping jack, punch, punch. Good. Stay with it. Wherever you're at, keep it going. Boom. Put some power behind that punch. And keep it low impact and still get that heart rate up. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and finish it up wherever you're at. Woo! All right, nice job. Let's go through our sets. We're going to do our strength movement patterns one more time and then go into our stretch. So overhead press with an alternated knee lift. I'm going to grab my light weights. You could do this with body weight, seated or standing. Let's go. Right here. Oops, that's not what I want to do. I want to do this. That's a different move. So pressing right over shoulders, knee comes to that hip level, or as high as you can get it. If you can't get that knee up, you could do a little tap out instead. Still working balance, still working the core. If you're seated, same thing. Nice and tall. Press and return. Press and return. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. All right, staggered press and punch. Remember, switch sides. Whatever one you did last time, stagger it with the other foot forward. Bring those arms right here. Punch, pull, push, pull, push, pull. Good. Same thing if you're seated. Sitting up tall, okay? Pull it back. Push and pull, that's all it is. All right? Stay with it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Good job. All right, I'm just going to switch for my 1 heavier weight, just 1. We're going to do our suitcase squat. So remember to switch sides. So I had it in this hand before. I'm going to go to this hand now. I'm going to take my feet into a squat position and then sit back and lift. Sitting back into my heels, trying to push my rear end toward the back wall. We want to get down as low as you can. So find that range of motion that's working for you. It can be more of a shallow or all the way down. And remember your option here, guys. You guys are doing the get-ups, yeah? Yeah. And if it's just a baby get-up, that's cool. You do you. All right, this workout is for you. Listen to your body. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. All right, let's bring those heels in a little bit. We're gonna do our row, our suitcase row. So 1 arm row. So we're just gonna tip forward a little bit here, okay? And soften those knees. Pull that elbow back and down. Pull it back and down. Breathing through it. Same thing if you're seated. You're just tipping at the hips, coming forward a little bit, and then going into that row, okay? All the way down Pull the elbow back. Tuck that chin in a little bit and breathe. Good work. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Roll the shoulders back. Woo! All right, we're gonna grab the mate for this weight, bicep curls. So we're gonna add on to this a little calf raise. So I'm starting here with my heels under my hips, your palms are facing me. And we're gonna go into our full range bicep curl. As you do so, dynamic calf raise, just lifting to the toes and down. And if you want, you can do this seated, same exact thing. Up and down, up and down. Breathing through it. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Stay with it. You're doing awesome. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right. We'll stretch those in a minute. Tricep kickbacks with the back step. So elbows back to the side, heels under hips. I'm going to tip forward slightly. I'm going to go into my kickback, right? Squeezing my triceps as I get there. Now, adding on that little back tap. So if you want it, back tap. Now, if you're seated, you're not back tapping, but you are doing your tricep kickbacks. Yes? Squeeze down the back of the arm. I feel mine. Are yours warming up too? I bet they are. 8 more. 8, 7, 6. Stay with it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Feels good. All right, 2 different options here. If you're in your chair, you're doing your leg presses. All right? If you're up here, we're going to do our lunge and reach. So just remember, alternating front foot. We're lunging and then just reaching past that front knee. You can drop that back knee down and just alternate the sides. Take your time here, okay? If it's not working for you, there's not lunges today, go ahead and take the option and come to the seated leg press option. Same one we did in the first set. Just extending that leg. Take your time here and drop down a little bit lower. Step forward so you have those 90-degree knees. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. I'm going to drop a weight and keep one. We're going to go into our upright twist. So extend weight right outside of the chest. Take your heels on your hips. Soften your knees. Relax your shoulders. Tuck that chin in a little bit and let's go. Twist and return. Twist. If you're seated, same thing. Are you sitting up tall? Nice. Twist. And if you get a little backtrack here, then you're welcome. Mine just did a little of that, which was nice. Twist and center. Twist and center. Stay with it. Twist and center. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 and done. Nice work. All right, grab up your other weight. We have our rows with our side step. High row, so you can use your heavier weights if you have them. We're gonna bring that row up here, okay, with a little side step, okay? Same thing. If you're seated, you're just stepping out, pulling those elbows back. We come to the shoulder level. Give those elbows a little squeeze. Open up through the chest. Brace the core. Breathing through it. Good, we got 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! That got the heart rate up a little bit, didn't it? Speaking of which, let's do our last little body weight cardio set. So we have 2 jacks and 2 punches. Okay, different options. Choose the right one for you. Go at your own pace. Here we go. Jack, 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 and punch. Remember, you can do this seated. You can make it a little bigger if you want to. Hup, hup, jack, jack. Put some power behind that punch. Hup, hup, punch, punch, hup, hup, punch, punch. Good. Stay with it. Stay with it. We're almost there. We're almost to our stretching time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Nice job, everybody. Let's just let that heart rate come down a little bit. We're going to go into the stretching portion of this class. So for this, you could be seated or standing. So I'll give you options for both. All right. So roll those shoulders up, back and down. We're just going to take some deep breaths here. Go ahead and step and breathe. Inhale. Exhale down. Good. Another big inhale. Exhale down. Last time. Big breath in. And exhale down. This time, clasp those fingers behind you. Drop those shoulders and lift. And open through the chest. Nice job. Just opening that chest. And give me a couple deep breaths here. Good work today, everybody. We're going to go into our upper back stretch. So I want you to take your hands, cross them, tuck your chin, separate your shoulders, upper back release. A couple of breaths here. If you're seated, same thing. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Now we're just going to go into some cats and cows here. So elbows to the knees. If you can, just lift and lower. Getting into that lower back, all right? And if you're seated, you're just gonna come forward a little bit and just lift and lower into that lower back, cats and cows. 4, 3, 2, and roll to the top. Good work. Let's work on our arms. So biceps, take your hand in front of you. Take those fingertips and just pull them straight back. We want to get that long stretch down the front of the arm into the biceps. Breathing into it. And other side. Pull it down. Good. And then triceps. So bring that elbow up, bicep by the ear. And just stretch down the back of the arm here. Good. Other side. All right, let's get our legs. We're going to do a hamstring stretch now. So heel comes forward. We want to dorsiflex this foot. So just bring this toe up. And then tip of the hips, come forward and stretch down the back of the leg. Seated, same thing. Come here and just stretch into the back of the leg right there. Nice work. Take a couple of breaths here. Good. Let's do the other side. Step, heel, flex the toe. Inhale, exhale, and see that the hips come forward, stretched in the back of the leg. All right, and then into the quads. So find your balance here. If you need to put fingertips on a wall or grab onto a chair, you can do that. I'll show you the seated version in a moment. Take those shoelaces in your hand, knees together, push the hips forward. We're stretching down the back of the legs. Now, if you're in your chair, you're going to be here, and you're going to pull that knee back, push those hips forward. Same stretch right here, okay? Quad stretch. One more breath cycle here. Good. And when you're ready, switch to the other side or transition to the other side of your chair. Knees together, push the hips forward, open up to the front of the legs. I'm going to do a little extra stretch today. I think through the holidays and the stressful year that we've had, a little extra stretch is in order. Never a bad thing. Shoulder stretch, you're going to bring that arm across the body and stretch into the shoulders. As I mentioned in my introduction today, if you're watching today, Merry Christmas. If you're watching next Wednesday, Happy New Year. I'll be back with you next week with a brand new workout. I'll see you next year, right? Shoulders. Nice. Breathe. All right, we're going to do some knee hugs. So that's just bringing the knees in for a hug. All right, and if you're seated, same thing. You're just sitting up tall, bringing the knees in for a little hug. Okay? Good. And for this one, I want you to hold the knee up and then just rotate your foot. One direction for 4, and then the other direction for 4. Let's do that on the other side. Hug your knee. Roll. And roll. Good. And then finally, we're going to do a little twist here. So if you're seated, you're going to cross. Right foot over left. Okay? Take your left hand on your right knee and then just look over your right shoulder. I don't want to turn away from you, but I'm doing my spinal twist. Good work, everybody. This feels great on the back. Big breath here. Bring it back to center. Let's have a go at the other side. Step, cross, hand, and around. Look over the shoulder. And back to center. Good. Roll those shoulders back. Great job today, everybody. Thank you for joining me for Move and Stretch. My name is Allie. I look forward to seeing you next time here at Virtual by the YMCA of San Diego County. I'll see you guys later. Have a great rest of your day.